That is actually, she's strong.
Yeah,
That is, yeah, that's our road there.
oh, perfect, yeah.
Thomas Sullivan, Collis Sandes Beekeepers Association. I suppose to me it's my livelihood to begin with, but it's also my passion. But for everybody else who have any interest in bees, pollinators, of which bees are members of the pollinators group, are responsible for a third of our food. And it's a third of the nice bits of food, the apples, grapes, all the nice things, all they come from pollinators. The boring bits of our food, the wind-pollinated grains and cereals, they're not pollinated by insects, they're pollinated by wind. So beekeepers are the forefront of, I suppose, the beekeepers by their very nature will advocate for pollinators. And to be a beekeeper in the world we live in today is an absolute privilege to work with a social organisation that's around for hundreds of thousands of years and to try and learn from that organisation. And I think as humans we would do very well to learn from the organisation the bees have. So I have the best job in the world for me. I get to work with a social organisation that I enjoy working with that adds hugely to my enjoyment of life and is of enormous benefit to people and really champions nature and in general and pollinators in particular. The best sound is standing in the apiary and just listening to the bees working, coming and going themselves. That's my favourite sound. My problem is I don't do it as much as I would like to, and that sound of them working is really that's the nutshell of sounds with bees. The other sound you will hear is the sound of the smoker being blown. We use smoke to calm the bees. Bees use their sense of smell in an enormous amount. They're 100 times more sensitive to smells than we are. And so if we're going to go in and turn their house upside down, what we try and do is we try and give them a little bit of smoke so that they are under the impression then that their house is on fire. So they eat honey in case they have to abandon, and it has the effect for the beekeeper of calming the bees down. Because they are full of honey, they're moving more slowly and they're reacting, and they don't react as aggressively as if they weren't. So we use the smoker as a whip and as camouflage, I suppose is the best description. We use it as a whip. If we need to push the bees away from an area, we give them a small little burst of smoke and they move away from the smoke, because as we would if we got a blast of that smoke, we'd move away from it as well. And we use it as camouflage, and that we mask the scents, the smells the bees are giving off, that their house is under attack, which it is, because the beekeeper is coming in and rooting around inside it and upsetting them, and so we use the smoke to mask that smell as well. If you're interested in becoming a beekeeper or even seeing what beekeeping is about, contact either us at Collis Sandes Beekeepers Association or, depending on where you live, your local Beekeepers Association. There are 8 alone in Kerry, scattered throughout the county, and we're always delighted to talk to people about bees and beekeeping. Kerry honey is the best tasting honey in the world. The agriculture in Kerry is not as intensive as a lot of other counties in Ireland, and in Ireland we have probably the agriculture that is not as intensive as other countries. As such, we have more of a variety of plants flowering at any one time during the year than most other counties would have, and that adds to the quality and the flavour of the honey, which in my opinion makes it the best honey in the world.